July of 2022 was the time that Triple H took over creative for WWE due to the allegations that Vince is currently dealing with. The majority of the fan base was celebrating the fact that WWE could finally leave the grasp of Vince's out-of-date booking. Triple H had past experience with booking a show, an example being NXT Black and Gold, and WWE seemed like it was finally taking the steps needed to become great again. But have people overrated Triple H's booking of WWE so far? In my opinion, I think Triple H is a great booker, but he isn't the perfect booker that people are claiming him to be. When he took over WWE in 2022, you can already feel the massive change in energy that the shows had because of the new faces and stories that began to develop. One of Vince's major flaws in booking was that he created a lot of shock factor, which was great in the moment, but wasn't successful for the long term. Triple H has made it his mission to create multi-layer stories that flow for a span of a few months, which rewards the fans for investing their time into the product. The Bloodline story is the perfect story that embodies long-term booking. One of the best stories in WWE history, and it felt rewarding to stick around and watch every aspect of the story. The Usos as a tag team was getting stale, but the Bloodline story helped make them feel fresh and the most interesting they've ever been. Sami Zayn was losing gimmick matches to a celebrity, but was turned into the best part of the story, and Solo Sikoa was essential in many huge wins during Roman's title reign. The story was just perfect and everyone benefited from it. It did have its dry spots of questionable decisions, but Triple H found a way to make it feel interesting and is currently the best thing going on in WWE programming. He's also made Raw feel like an actual enjoyable experience rather than a straight 3-hour snooze fest like it used to be. It is filled with much more wrestling rather than just straight nonsense segments that make you question why you are wasting your time watching the product at the time. SmackDown finally had other stories other than the Bloodline taking up all the interesting time on TV. Triple H listened to the fans and began to deliver shows at an all-time high, but it hasn't been as smooth sailing as some people claim it to be. There has been flaws in Triple H's booking, but I'm going to talk about the ones that stand out the most to me. The women's division, filled with a bunch of talent who garner no pop from the fans and participate in heatless matches that make you sleep faster than sleeping pills can. The division is lacking heavily in the star power department because most of them are in 5-minute matches, which makes it hard for the fans to care about what's going on in the ring. Bayley as women's champion is not cutting it right now, and it feels like she's not even the focal point of the women's division, as others are getting more time in the spotlight than she has. I don't know if it's just me, but Bayley is unbearable on the mic when she's a face. She's more natural as a heel and never feels like she's comfortable on the mic whenever she's trying to put up the good person gimmick. The championship reign so far has been lifeless outside of the triple threat backlash match that she had with Tiffany Stratton and Naomi. Other than that, she hasn't been booked the best like I thought she would have been. Same thing happened with Io Sky. She wasn't the best booked champion because she rarely defended it and never felt like she was the leader of the faction that she was in. Another problem was Rhea Ripley's title reign, where it was filled with a bunch of mismatches because nobody was anywhere close to the Rhea Ripley's level of dominance. Rhea Ripley was more prominently featured in the stories with the men than she was with the damn woman. That's a mistake in its own right. The women's tag team division is much worse because there isn't enough legit teams that mesh well that gains your interest in watching the next championship match. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are the current tag team champs. Who the hell do you think is going to beat that team? Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler? Alba Fire and Isla Dawn? Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell? Chelsea Green and Piper Niven? None of these teams have been treated anywhere close to as competitive as Jade and Bianca have, and they want us to take the tag team division seriously. I've tried to give the women's tag team division a chance, but watching Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler matches constantly botching spots together makes me want to turn off the TV immediately. Another flaw in Triple H's booking is the men's tag team division. When you look at the roster of the tag team division, you see a bunch of talented wrestlers who could put on a 5-star clinic any day of the week. Now let's take a look at all the champions since 2022. The Usos, legends in the tag team division that helped make the belts feel important. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who went on to have a disappointing tag team title reign because of the lack of teams that they faced. They really only feuded with Judgment Day nonstop. The Judgment Day, who held it for a month, only to drop it to 2 people who weren't an actual tag team. Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, the most pointless tag team title reign ever, holding it for a week and 2 days, only to drop it right back to the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day then went on to hold on to the titles for 173 days, putting on great matches, but the titles felt like second priority as the group was in major programs that didn't involve the titles. They then dropped the titles to Awesome Truth at WrestleMania 40, and the titles were also split from there. Awesome Truth are 2 goofballs who I can't take seriously as champions. I love them as a comedy act, but they are washed wrestlers who only offer good comedy segments. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are the WWE Tag Team Champions, and I was excited about them being champs because I thought they will start having great feuds with the tag teams down there and explore how great of a team they can be, but instead, they have been clown acts on TV that I can't take seriously as well. We need need new tag team champions and more story developments that can help gain interest back into the division. WWE is in a great position right now, but there's many things that need to be fixed that I'm currently not a fan of at the moment. We have gold segments right now that include Chad Gable berating Alpha Academy, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre going at it, the mystery behind the bloodline and who's in power, the potential breakup of Judgment Day. Those stories are what make you tune into WWE programming weekly, but the filler between the bright spots of the show is what keeps it from being close to perfect. I just want what's best for the product, and whenever there is something I'm not too fond of, I'm going to talk about it in a video. I feel much better having Triple H in charge than the old regime, and I trust in him to make things right within the WWE. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about Triple H's booking. I think he's a great booker in my opinion. He's definitely had his flaws, but a majority of what he does is pretty good, so I could give him that. Make sure you join the Discord. That's where we talk about wrestling, talk about hot takes, all that good stuff. Make sure you follow all my social media. It's going to be down in the link in the description. I'm going to be more active on those. Yeah, hope you guys have a peaceful and loving day. See you guys in the next video.